Hello, Financial Lit. Okay, we are going to create something called an amortization schedule. So we're going to do this on Google Sheets. So you're going to want to open up a Google Sheet. So if we do that, we're going to go right here. What I'd like you to do first is put your last name. So this right here should be your last name and an amortization schedule. And then I'd like you to go to the little folder button. I have this zoomed way out so that you can see everything. And I'd like you to click on this. And then I want you to go ahead and put this in your Financial Lit folder, wherever you happen to be. So I have mine in Activities. It's already been moved here. And this is my template that I'm using to teach in class. So we are going to start with clicking on this box right here. Should highlight everything. Then what I'd like you to do is go to Format. Then I'd like you to go to Text Wrapping and choose Wrap. And that's it. And then go ahead and format. We're going to format these as numbers because we're going to be using them as a number. And then we're going to format this as Times New Roman right here. So you might have to scroll down, but you're going to choose that. And then we're going to start with our headers. So our first header in cell A1 is going to be principal. Our second one is interest rate. Our third one is, okay, and then cell A3 is going to be length of loan. And then A4 is going to be the number of yearly payments. So we've already got it formatted so that it'll text wrap correctly. Then what we want to do is we're just going to pick a number. We're going to do 300,000. Since we're thinking about mortgages, we're going to be talking about that. Our interest rate is going to be, so 3.98% would be 0.0398 because we want it as a decimal. Now notice that it automatically moved to 4. So what I want to do, and that's fine, it's going to keep this number. So I'd like you to notice that this and this are different, but I'm just going to move it so it has it. So you can use this button to increase your decimal places. The length of the loan, we're going to do a 30-year loan, and the number of yearly payments. So if we make a payment every month per year, it's going to be 12 payments per year because it's a monthly payment. Now we're going to go into some of our stuff. So we are going to start in A6, and we're going to go A6, B, all the way over to F. So this is horizontally. The first thing we're going to type, these are new headers. So we're going to put payment number. Oops. Then we're going to put beginning balance. Then we're going to have monthly payment. Then we're going to put interest. And we're going to talk about, and then we have our principal. So this is going to give us like the amount that we're paying towards our principal. And if you watch that video, you know it's going to be different every month. And then our last one is going to be ending balance. So that is what you should have there. And then we're going to type in a 1 for A7. Now I don't want those decimal places there because this is a numbering. Oops. So I'm just going to have it like that. And then I'm going to type in A8 equals A7 plus 1, enter, and you should get 2. And we're going to go ahead and just move those decimal places because it's kind of annoying me so that it's 1. There we go. And then you see this little blue box? Make sure that your A8 is highlighted in blue. We're going to take our cursor until it goes over this box, turns into a plus sign, and we're going to bring it down. Now, these are the number of payments. We said we're doing a 30-year payment. So we're going to go until this says 360. So we're going to go down quite a bit. Oh my goodness, it's going to take a minute. All right, so then we're going to get to, oops, too far. So if we go to 300, okay, it says 360. That's how many payments we're going to make in a 30-year mortgage. Then we're going to go back to the top. Okay, so that is what you should have. Then our beginning balance. So our B7 should be equals B1. Enter. Then our C should be, so C7 is going to be, now this one, okay, we're going to type equals shift 9, B7, shift 8, shift 9, B2, backslash 12, shift 0, shift 8, shift 9, 1 plus shift 9, B2, backslash 12, shift 0, shift 0, shift 6, so you should see that caret, shift 9, B3, shift 8 times B4, shift 0, shift 0, a backslash. Okay, so that's our numerator. Then our denominator is going to be shift 9, 1 plus shift 9, B2, backslash 12, shift 0, shift 0, shift 6, so we have a caret, shift 9, and then we're going to have B3, shift 8, B4, shift 0, minus 1, shift 0, and that should work. Okay, what does that formula give us? Our monthly payment formula. There's our principal, so B7, principal. Then we have our rate, divided by 12, and our rate again. So we have everything that we wanted right there. Our interest now is going to be, so now we're in D7, we're going to say equals, and then we're going to type B7, shift 8, shift 9, shift 4, so you should see a dollar sign, B, shift 4 again, 2, backslash, 12, shift 0, and then we're going to hit enter. So that dollar sign is going to say that our rate is going to be the same every single time, which is true, right? With a mortgage, the rate doesn't change. This is a fixed rate. So then our principal, so our E7 is going to be equals C7 minus D7. And then we're going to hit enter. And then our ending balance, our F7, is going to be equal to B7 minus E7, and that's what that's going to be. So that takes out what we've paid. Okay, so now we need to go to C8, and our C8 is going to be equal to $C, $7, and then we're going to hit enter because our monthly payment stays the same. Then we want to go to B8, B as in boy, and we're going to say that is equal to F7. That's our new principal, right? So we're paying towards it. So now what we're going to do is now we can fill everything in. So we're going to highlight B8, and we're going to hover until we get this square. So make sure that this is all in blue. We're going to go to the square till it's a plus sign, and we're going to go all the way down. Now, something weird is going to happen, but it's okay. So we're going to pull it all the way down until we get to 360 payments. Oops, too far. Okay, nothing is there. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Because we're going to go back to the top and we're going to start filling stuff out. So now we can click on C as in cat, 8. And we can do the same thing. We're going to hover until it's a plus sign, and we're going to pull it all the way down. Until we get to 360. Okay, that filled in because our monthly payment stays the same. Then we are going to go back up to D as in dog, 7, and we are going to pull that all the way down until we get to 360. Okay, and then we're going to go up to E7. Sorry, with this being so large, I can't see anything. We're going to highlight C or E as in Eskimo 7, and then we're going to pull this down until we get 360. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the top and we're going to choose our ending balance. And this is where everything is going to start working. So F7, we're going to pull this down. We're going to go all the way down to the end. And it should say 0 at the end, right? When you make that last payment, that 360th payment, you should be done with your mortgage. That is what we're going to find out. Oops, too far. And we got 0. Now I'd like you to notice that everything populated. So even though it was blank earlier, it's there now. Okay, so now we have that. Now we need to go to the first tab. So at the bottom of your screen, and I've already done this, at the bottom of your screen, you're going to click on this arrow right here, and you're going to go to rename, and I'd like you to put this as a 30-year amortization schedule. We are going to add different ones. So this is the first one that we've done. Now that you have this, you should be able to do this. This is something that you will be turning into class. So here, I will make this a little bit smaller so that you can see it. See the whole thing? There we go. So now you can see the whole thing. And now this will work for, so if I said my mortgage was, I don't know, the average mortgage in Ankeny is, I think it's $281,000. So if we had an average mortgage and that was our pay and that was our interest, everything's going to change. So something I'd like you to notice is at what month is your principal higher than your interest? So we can do some conditional things that will change it. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to be using this to help us. So make sure this works. I'll put this back at 300,000 so that you can check your answers with mine. And everything changed. So it looks like, let's see, when does our principal, oh, right around here, 1. So it looks like the first time our principal is more than our interest is on month 152. So we would have to figure out what would that be in years. So if you divide 152 by 12, you get about 12.6. So that would be 13 years. After 13 years, then you start paying more towards your principal. So that's something to think about. We're going to look at this for car loans and different things. So if you have any questions, please come into class with them. I do have the worksheet that goes with this that I will attach, and hopefully that helped. Have a great day.